Hi, it's Mark. I'm here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and we're talking cars. How you doing, Bernie?
Doing very well today.
So today's guest is a 2014 Subaru BRZ. What the heck is this? I'm not familiar with this car.
Yeah, it's not a super common car, but it's a neat little sports car. It's a Subaru with a Subaru engine, but Toyota makes exactly the same car. I can't remember what they call theirs. And there's also a Scion model as well. And all three of them, they're basically the same car. It's a Toyota Subaru collaboration car. It's got a Subaru engine, a Subaru drivetrain with a rear-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive like Subarus. So it's a cool car. And for people who like to drift cars, in other words, have the back end spin around. If you can still do that in this modern day of traction control and S systems, which I'm sure you can still do that. These are a desired car for that feat, that driving. So there's our vehicle, 2014. So it's now at this point in time, no, it's a 12-year-old car. Beautiful shape, really good shape. 110,000 kilometers, so nice low mileage. And it was just in for a maintenance service.
So maintenance service is basically an A service or a B?
This one was in for an A service.
And what's included in that?
So an A service is an oil and filter change, an inspection. We look at things like the air filter, underhood inspection, an under vehicle inspection, but not a wheel off inspection. So it's a visual inspection because we do all our oil changes / A services on a two-post hoist. The wheels are all hanging free. So we always give the wheels a wiggle to make sure there's nothing obviously loose. This is an advantage of having us do the service over a lube shop where you drive into a pit and the wheels stay on the ground. The oil gets changed just fine in that sort of circumstance, but we do a little more, so you get more value.
And this is the engine compartment.
Is the engine compartment. Yeah. So if you look down on it, it's basically a Subaru engine, 2-liter, overhead cam, variable valve timing. And the Toyota, if you pop the Toyota hood, it's got the same engine in it. So it's again shared drivetrain collaboration job.
So
Interesting, unique.
where's the gloves? It's a boxer.
Yeah, I don't know. In the glove, the gloves are in the glove box.
Ah,
Yeah, that'd be a fun thing to put a pair of boxing gloves in the glove box. So literal.
so what does that mean, boxer?
It basically means it's a horizontal engine. It's a flat engine. I don't even know where the word boxer actually came from, but I guess it's a horizontally opposed engine. So the pistons, instead of going up and down, go side to side, and they're opposed. So there's 2 cylinders on the left, 2 cylinders on the right, and a complete flat formation. The only manufacturers that use it these days are Subarus, Porsches. Well, not all Porsches, but 911. The Porsches you really want to own have a boxer engine. And of course, they've made it really awesome with super high power. And then, of course, Volkswagen Beetles were the original. I don't know if they're the original, but they were the original mass manufactured engine.
So this one's normally aspirated?
Normally aspirated, yep.
And anything else that's unique about this engine?
Yeah, the neat thing about this, it uses a Toyota fuel injection system, which incorporates a port injection system and a direct injection system. Why it does that, I guess, because it's extra complicated. You have 2 fuel injection systems, and of course, computer controlled, so the computer has to control when it's injecting fuel into one or the other. I guess the advantage of a port injection system is that it will spray fuel on top of the valves and clean them. Whereas a direct injection system, you don't get any of that fuel sprayed on top of the valves, but it does provide more accurate fuel delivery. So for some reason, Toyota decided that's a good fuel system. They use it actually on a variety of other engines as well. Seems to work fine. We haven't run into any problems with it. So at some point, it will, because instead of 4 fuel injectors on this car, you have 8.
So what else can we say about this vehicle? It's Toyota Subaru's answer to Datsun, Nissan, similar vehicle, 300Z. I'm not even sure what the number is
Yeah,
on
I
it.
don't even know what level are. 350, 370. I don't
Yeah.
even know where they've gone with those cars. I mean, they keep going up, but this is a much lower. The Nissan 300Z series is a much more high performance model than this. This is more like a, if you remember 240 SX from the past, this is kind of like that model. Not so fast, but it's a nice little car, cool little sports car. I'd say probably decent on fuel too, if you don't stomp on it all the time.
And Subaru engines are really reliable.
They are for sure. Yeah, definitely good. It's a good, reliable car. We have the odd customer with these cars. We've been doing them for a long time, and there's not really a lot that goes wrong with them, not beyond any other Subaru. So pretty good. A good car to buy, good car to own if you're looking for a little rear-wheel drive drifting car.
If you're looking for service for your Subaru in Vancouver, BC, Canada, the people to see are at Pawlik Automotive. You can reach them online at pawlikautomotive.com or you can call to book your appointment at 604-327-7112. You can book online or you can call them. It's your choice. But you have to book ahead. They're always busy. Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you for listening and watching. It's a pleasure.